Hey, it's Jag, and this is my friend Ashlie. And today we're drinking some Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. The Redwood Empire is a California distillery, and all of their releases celebrate certain trees that are in the forest.
Like specific ones that have
like
a name.
This one
and
specifically
are
is called the Lost Monarch. And the Lost Monarch, according to legend, the Lost Monarch is the world's largest coastal redwood by volume, at 321 feet tall and 26 feet in diameter.
So it's the big one, like when you look at the forest and it's the one that like sticks up.
Yeah, it says it's the way they put it is it reigns over some of the world's largest trees. So the Lost Monarch is what they call this one, and they all have like little etchings here, and there's a quote here from John Muir. It says, "In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks."
Profound.
Yeah, so true. And
It
so,
is. No, it is. Absolutely.
And so this one is a burai, a word that I just recently learned, which is a combination of bourbon and rye.
Oh,
It's a blend.
a burai.
A burai. This is aged at least 3 years. It's 90 proof, and I paid $31 for this.
Cheap.
So,
And it's got a great bottle.
it's a beautiful bottle.
It is. It's a real nice bottle.
They have a lot of labels. They have like I'd say 8 or 9 releases, and all the labels are different with a different etching.
For the different trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one called Pipe Dream, and there's one called Emerald Giant, and they're all just redwood trees.
Cool.
But we're gonna taste this one, the burai. Burai.
Burai.
So let us begin. I'm getting like a sweet, woody, almost like a bacon fat kind of smell to it.
Yeah, the first sip is bright, but it's supposed to be, but it doesn't quite match what I'm smelling.
First
Which
sip
I don't
is-
mind.
I don't like to count the first sip.
No. You're not supposed to.
It's just a palate cleanser.
Interesting. It is brighter and more bitter than I anticipated. But it doesn't have that that heady, foggy taste that kind of clouds your palate. I don't prefer that, so I like that this doesn't have that.
Brightness.
And
And then I'm getting a kind of a caramel or vanilla, some sort of background of a sweet pastry, maybe?
Yeah, they're in the very back, yeah, but it doesn't hit up front. It hits further back. Yeah. I like that.
It's good, right?
It is, it's really good.
Considering it's a $30 bottle,
Yeah.
I mean, it compares with Jack Daniel's No. 7
Sure.
and like Wild Turkey and Evan Williams and all those like bottom shelf bourbons. As far as all those are concerned, I think this is probably better than any of those I just mentioned.
I agree. It leaves a little burn on your lips.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I do too.
Right?
I have become accustomed to a higher proof
Sure.
drink than this, and so when it's 90, I'm like, meh. I
It's
wish
only
there was
90.
a little bit more. I can almost taste it. But this is a surprisingly good, like for the price.
Yeah,
I'm surprised at how good it is.
I agree.
I was looking earlier to see if I could find where it was distilled, but it doesn't say.
Not deep within the redwood forest.
No, it says it's bottled by Redwood Empire Distilling in. Can you read that word?
Graton? Graton?
Grayton, California, which I never heard of.
I have neither.
And I am a California guy. But it must be some kind of small town. I don't know if they have a distillery.
Right.
I feel like they would say distilled in.
Yes.
But it doesn't. It says
It's
bottled
in. So where is it coming
So
from?
it probably comes from Indiana. I just learned this. That a lot of craft distilleries, they buy distillate that's distilled in Indiana by this company called MGP, which means Midwest Grain Product. And they just make all this distillate, and then they sell it to craft distilleries, and they age it themselves and bottle it themselves. So it's kind of like it becomes theirs.
Yeah, it's kind of like I've been knitting since I was a child.
Yeah.
Right? Like my aunt taught me when I was 8 years old, and she actually owns a cashmere yarn company now. But so many yarn makers across the world, really, they buy the same blanks, so the same sheet, and then it's all made out into the same yarn, and then it's sold to all these indie dyers, for example, who then dye these lots as their own, and then they resell them. But it's all the same blanks as far as the wool is concerned, so all your distilled product is coming from the one, and then it's sent out and individualized from there.
Right. Blanks, you're saying, like it's fill in the blank?
Yes, yeah, that's what they're called, the skeins, like the unprocessed or the undyed. It's like an off-colored white usually, and then people have different ways to dye it and make it unique, and then other people buy it from them. But
and that's what makes it theirs.
Yes, but at the end of the day, you're knitting with the same product. It's just been handled or manipulated or adjusted by different sellers.
Do you think expert knitters would be able to say this is a craft yarn or this is a craft that comes from?
Absolutely. Oh yes, absolutely. You can tell the quality of like a dye job, whether somebody's like done it in their kitchen versus in a like an actual production facility. You can look at the quality from skein to skein to see if they're consistent. You also can tell the quality of the blanks, like is it mixed with any sort of artificial fibers or is it entirely like animal based? Like I've done that myself. Like you can, when you've handled enough of it, it's kind of like bank tellers. Like bank tellers, like you handle enough real money, then you can tell when there's a counterfeit.
Yeah, you
right?
just feel it.
Yeah, exactly. So like when you handle something like that enough, you can tell when something's not quite right or if it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I imagine your palate is getting similar to that as well, where you can like tell, oh, maybe this was, brewed in a certain way, or this probably came from this area because it feels like this. When you expose yourself enough to something, you're going to be able to start telling the differences between things.
I'm to the point where I couldn't drink something and say this was made by Wild Turkey or this was made by Buffalo Trace or by the flavor of it. Yet. But I definitely know what I like. And there's times when I'm like, this is good, but not good enough.
Right.
And I can't put my finger on what it is. And I'm just learning now kind of all about the MGP.
Yeah.
And so that might have something to do with it, although if this is MGP,
right,
I have to say this is pretty good.
This is pretty good.
So I guess it has a lot to do with what they do with it after they buy it.
Right. And what that process looks like, and if there's similarities, and that's what I'm going to be interested to hear as you kind of go along with this. Just like my data mind is like an Excel spreadsheet of what are the things you like, and what is the categories, and where did it come from, and when was it aged, and when was it made. Like that's fascinating to me. I'm very invested in this journey for you.
Cool. Well, then I'll tell you where I am now.
Yeah.
I basically have kind of a triptych of flavors or experiences that I seek, and if I don't get all three of them, then I don't consider it a full drink. And plenty of them don't give me all three, so
Sure.
already I don't like that. And then And I think I'm starting to get a palate for the age.
Mm-hmm.
Where I can be like, this is good, but it tastes green.
Yeah.
And it just tastes like it's not really amalgamated, and it wasn't given enough time in the barrel to really mature. And so I think I can taste that.
Yeah.
I'm hesitant now to say, well, this is only 3 years old, or, like, bang the gavel on that. But I think that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Because there's things I've tasted before, and I'm like, this is good, but I don't like it.
Yeah. Which is also okay, right? Like,
yeah.
Because taste is such a spectrum. Like, there's going to be things that may be good and you don't enjoy it, but that doesn't mean it's bad, and doesn't mean somebody else might not love that aspect of it.
Right. Yeah, I like the balance, and I like a tendency towards sweet.
Okay.
So caramely, vanilla, sugary, honey, floral even, but also it has to have some wood or some smoke or leather or something kind of dark like that.
And to kind of weigh it down a bit.
Yeah, to balance it. And then I think some spice has to be thrown in there. Spice might be where this one's lacking, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can find some.
Yeah, I think you're right, because the flavor profile, while it has like, there's depth to it, but it's missing some of like the richness that an additional level of spice would kind of enhance.
Yeah.
It's still good, but there is that like, that pause on the dimension of it.
It's a little limitation.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is, on the label it says it aged at least 3 years. So I assume that means like 3 years and 2 weeks.
Right.
Or else they'd say 4 years.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty young.
Yeah.
And so with that, and so how young it is and how it's only $30, I'm kind of blown away with how good it is.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be that good. So if I were gonna tell my friend, oh, you only have $30, you should go buy, I would probably recommend this over anything else you can get for this price.
I feel like it would be a good gift too.
Yeah, also because of how beautiful the label is.
It is a beautiful bottle. It looks more expensive than it is. It tastes more expensive than it is, and it's good value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're giving a thumbs up to Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. Did you want to say anything? You've been tasting it.
It's delicious.
It's delicious. Are you tasting any spices that we're missing?
A bit of nutmeg, kind of.
Nutmeg?
I think.
Nutmeg!
Nutmeg.
Do you know what that's a reference to?
I don't. But I'm a parrot. So.
There's an old King of the Hill episode. Do you remember that show?
No, and I feel like such a loser because I feel like I'm the only person in my circle who does not engage in King of the Hill. Like, I have friends who like want tattoos. Like, they don't have tattoos, but that's the only tattoo they want is something King of the Hill.
Wow.
Like, I know.
It's hardcore.
I know. Yeah. And as someone with a lot of tattoos, I'm like, really? Okay.
It's a show.
It is, I mean, which I get. Like, I have very silly tattoos. I have, like, a Totoro tattoo, whatever.
What's that? Totoro.
Studio Ghibli, like, Spirited Away, My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh, okay.
It's anime.
Yeah, I remember Spirited Away.
Yeah, so that same
Okay.
company.
That's the company that... Okay.
But yeah, I don't speak King of the Hill. I don't understand. I get the concept, I think, and I know that like it's a big deal, but I don't have any exposure to it. I'm sorry.
I think the gist of it is the neighbor came over and she had made a casserole, and the matriarch of the show, like the star of the show, she's like, "Oh, this is so good. What's your secret?" And her secret was nutmeg. And she was like a Korean woman, so she has like this delivery of her lines, like nutmeg. And so we latched onto that, and now we always say nutmeg.
In a casserole.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's her secret.
Yeah. I like that.
And then she tasted Peg's casserole. She was like, needs more mutton. I can't say it. Needs more nutmeg.
Nutmeg!
That's why I didn't get cast as the neighbor on King of the Hill, because I couldn't say needs more nutmeg.
Well, we can work on that. We can make that a 2026 goal. Is you can spit that out real fast
Yep.
and clear. So
I'll work on it.
you'll nail that self tape.
I'll get that by February.
Perfect.
For sure.
Great. Needs more nutmeg.
Needs more nutmeg. See, I'm already better at it.
You are.
Nutmeg, huh?
Mm.
In the smell, I'm getting so much vanilla.
Mm-hmm. From the smell of it alone, it feels like it would be really astringent, but it's not. It's a lot smoother.
Yeah, super smooth.
Yeah.
I would only just be saying that I'm getting nutmeg just to be agreeable, because I'm not.
You don't have
Are
to.
you?
You know, I'm not sure I've had nutmeg enough to be able to identify and say, yes, that is nutmeg. So I'm neither going to agree nor disagree that it's there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Very, nutmeg!
Nutmeg!
What's the word for it? Democratic of you. It's very democratic.
Diplomatic.
What?
Diplomatic.
Diplomatic.
Yes.
There you go.
That's Thank you.
Great. Yes.
All right. So, I think
Have you seen this tree?
I don't
If you
know.
are a
I was
California
wondering
boy,
that.
like-
I go through this whole stretch of the Redwood National Forest
Yeah.
quite often, and I see lots of
Like in your
trees.
drive, or do you take the detour and do the visit through?
Both.
Yeah.
I've gone straight through, and then there's like all kinds of detours you can take called the Avenue of the Giants, and you can drive through all these trees. They give the latitude and longitude of the tree here, so if you
Oh,
want to
that's cool
actually
too.
find
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Cool.
But I don't know. I couldn't. There's no like signs that says this is the Great Monarch and this is the Emerald Giant.
So I drove down. I did a road trip to Phoenix 10 years ago, and one of the stops was down through the Redwoods because I hadn't seen it. And we stopped at the whatever that park is that has the Paul Bunyan statue, and like we did the walkthrough and the
So the Trees of Mystery.
probably and gondola. That's what it is. You ride a gondola,
Oh.
and like you can like see everything. And there's the one that is clearly bigger than the rest of them, and like I mean they're all massive, but then there's that one.
That's probably the one.
And I think at one point you could. I feel like I walked by it. Like they don't let you get too close anymore because like the foot traffic is wearing down the roots and whatever. But like close enough to see it, and it just is. I don't know. I love things that are very, 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 very small, or entirely grand. And this was a very like almost spiritual experience. Of, like here's this thing that has lasted longer than most things that I've ever encountered, and it's huge, and it was very awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
It wasn't this one, but there was a tree that is giant, and they're trying to preserve it because people are ruining it.
Yeah.
But they still let you touch it.
Yeah.
And so I went up to it and I tried to hug it, and I couldn't even get a quarter way of the round.
No.
It was so giant.
Yeah.
And I just kind of stood there in awe of how long it's been there, and all the history and all the shit that it's seen, the fires that it survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I listen to a lot of audiobooks, like a lot. And one of my favorites that I listened to towards the end of last year was called Finding the Mother Tree. And it was about this, she was a forester up in Canada forever, but a lot of her work has now shifted to conservation and like how do you forest ethically and like in relationship with the rest of the land. And she studied a lot about how the trees use fungal networks to communicate to each other.
Underground.
Yeah, and like how the you know, the trauma of the seasons or whatever gets stored in their cells, and then they communicate it out as a way of like, here's how to prepare yourself, and here's how, like, there's so much that we don't understand about how the natural world like communicates, and it just it's very humbling. But it's fascinating to me.
I love that. It makes me feel like I'm just a part of this. I'm just a cog in the whole works of nature. And
how can I like enhance it and not like cause harm? Like, it makes me very like aware of my actions and how I'm interacting with like not just people, but like just the world in general around me.
When I'm on my road trips, I'm alone for a month at a time, so I end up talking to myself a lot.
Oh, I do too.
And I talk to the trees and the rocks. And shit. I'm like, thank you for being here. God, you're so beautiful. And then I'm like, shit, I'm talking to a tree. But the tree's like, thank you, you're beautiful too. In its own way. So I'm glad I'm not the only crazy one.
You're not. I'm a firm believer of like magic is just science that we don't understand yet. So I think that there's a lot of magic with that, and like there is an explanation, I'm sure, and we just haven't learned it yet because we don't have the capacity, or we don't have the skill, or we don't have the resources, whatever. But there's absolutely like levels of communication and appreciation and like connection that it's pretty damn magical.
I don't want to get into it right now, but at one point I'll tell you about my fractal theory of the universe.
Ooh.
Do you know fractal?
Conceptually, yes, but not in depth.
Okay. The universe is a fractal, is the bullet point of that.
Cool. I love that.
So in the meantime, we're going to continue drinking some great what is it called? The Lost Monarch Brewery by Redwood Empire. Is there anything last thing you want to say?
I am not usually a rye girl. I usually tend more towards the standard bourbons, and so this is a lovely combination and makes me want to maybe try more ryes. So maybe that's a good segue as well. Like, if you're typically more one side or the other, this could be a really good like.
It's a good crossover.
Yeah.
Cool. So we recommend picking up a bottle of this. Get a bottle of this.
A bottle of this one is so good.
You have a nice day.